What's going on, guys? Thanks for coming to Politics and Life. This is Jordan. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Please like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. We're just going to wait for a couple people to join the chat. I should have shared it at all platforms before I started, but we are going to be doing some reaction videos today of the daily news. And very important news in regards to what's coming this week in Chicago when it has to do with the DNC convention and what these crazy groups are planning on doing. It's going to be insane. So if you're in Chicago area, be very, very safe. Sorry, I know it's not as clear as it's been lately. I've been using my phone more often lately, but when I'm doing reaction videos, this is just a better option, my laptop. So just waiting for some people to join real quick. Let me share this. We're going to be reacting to some Kamala Harris videos today. She had a rally today, and I truly believe that, well, at first, I didn't think there was someone that could be more stupid than Kamala, but I think Tim Waltz, her VP pick, tops it. For damn sure, tops it. I mean, this guy put tampons in men's restroom. Crazy stuff. Very crazy stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Share on X. I'm just sharing them real quick, guys. Bam. Share there. Share on Facebook. Bam. There we go. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. Let's see. Share screen. Boom, 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 boom. I should have shared this with the X. That's where the views come. Let's see. Share screen. Share. Bam. All right, so we're going to react to a few things that I bookmarked and that are just hilarious. People are also waking up right now like never before, especially in liberal cities and states that have usually just voted Democrat forever. Oopsie. Let's scoot that over there. Let's see.
We know what election is about.
Oh.
Our election is about.
So just some context. This was actually today, and Kamala went into her every normal day word salads where she starts speaking and she makes absolutely no sense. And actually, more people usually come out after she speaks saying, why the hell do we even think she was a qualified candidate? All she is a DEI hire. And that's the only reason she was brought into this last administration. I mean, we all know that Biden and Kamala do not like each other. Kamala is the very one during the debates with Biden who said that he was a racist. And then next minute, she's elected for the VP role and they're buddy best friends. It's fake. No one's falling for it. Anyways, let's get the video started. I have about 5 videos, so we're going to be doing about 30 to 45-minute chat. This is my first YouTube live chat, so let's see how it goes. Please like, comment, subscribe.
That's what our election is about. Our election is about understanding the importance of this beautiful country of ours in terms of what we stand for around the globe as a democracy. As a democracy, we know there's a duality to the nature of democracy. On the one hand, incredible strength when it is intact, what it does for its people to protect and defend their rights, their liberty, and their freedom. Incredibly strong and incredibly fragile.
So in that 1-minute clip, she's talking about how our democracy is very fragile while being very strong at the same time. I don't get it. I do not get what this woman is talking about. She always does these word salads, and I swear, I already know she's dumb, but after these word salads, I'm just like, man, you are just retarded. Like, you shouldn't even be like managers, no offense to managers at McDonald's, you're too dumb and not qualified to be a manager at McDonald's, but you're running for president. This is a complete joke and a mockery of America. They think Americans are stupid, but no one's falling for it. No one at all. And so, as we know, there's been a lot of stories in regards to the open borders, illegals taking over states. We're going to get into that. The Venezuelan gangs are also in America taking over properties. Got some videos on that. We have actually CNN even coming out exposing Kamala Harris as well, that we're going to get into that. And there's a new Trump song with Kodak Black and Fivo Foreign. I don't listen to that type of rap, but if it's for Trump, you're damn right I'm going to react to it on this live. Let's get the first video started. Or the second video, sorry about that.
In our campaign, how Kamala Harris's campaign unraveled. They obtained the resignation letter of the Harris campaign state operations director, who is now joining the Bloomberg campaign. She wrote, "It is unacceptable that with less than 90 days until Iowa, we still do not have a real plan to win. Our campaign for the people is made up of diverse talent, which is being squandered by indecision and a lack of leaders who lead." Molly, that is rough stuff. You wrote a fantastic cover story on Kamala Harris about a month ago or so. I'm sure, based on what your reporting has been, a lot of this isn't really a surprise to you.
No, what's a surprise is that she has failed to turn it around despite literally months and months and months of.
They're surprised that she didn't turn her campaign around. Have they not seen the past 4 years? Have they not seen her speeches? She makes no sense. She is like the least qualified candidate for her role. So how are you surprised that she didn't make a case for the American people when she's never made a case for them previously? I mean, this is the same woman who got 0 votes when she was running for president. No one wanted her. She was the least popular out of everyone. So that's what I'm saying. In regards to the polls, do not believe the polls. They are completely fake. You don't go from the least popular president and vice president in history to almost beating Trump overnight without full-on media blitz on Trump.
Of hearing this kind of frustration. And you hear it, it's reporters, it's people inside the campaign, it's people outside the campaign, it's pretty much every voter that you meet on the campaign trail who goes to see her. And the common theme is people want to like her, and then she doesn't close the deal. She's not able to articulate a consistent and compelling message that makes those voters who show up for her, who are interested in what she's selling, that makes them decide, yes, this is the candidate I can commit to. And the Time story and a Post story today have really laid out this frustration, especially within her team, that she hasn't been able to make those decisions.
And she's been all over the place in terms of the message. Here's a clip to show some of her kind of all over the place messaging.
Truth, justice, decency, equality, freedom. Our mother would sit up trying to figure out how to make it all work. That's something most Americans know all too well. And that's what my 3 a.m. agenda is all about.
He's tearing us apart. She'll bring us together. This is Trump. And in every possible way.
It just doesn't even make sense. So these are just biased, like comments right here. He'll tear us apart. I mean, we had a record economy under Trump. We had 0 wars under Trump. We secured that border under Trump. We had peace in the Middle East under Trump. How can you say he's tearing us apart? He hasn't even been president for the last 4 years. So again, how is this his fault? Why our country is divided? Doesn't make no sense. Hope Knife, love that name. Trump 2024, 1000% agree with you. Trump to save not just the country, but the world.
This is the anti-Trump.
And now to Lou, one of the messages is she's the one who can bring back the Obama coalition in the way that Obama had it in 2007.
Yeah, they've tried out a number of different messages over the past several months and just tried to see what is stuck. And it's been difficult to follow her campaign because there have been so many different messages. And one of the biggest debates that she's having internally is whether she wants to be sort of this progressive left-wing California liberal, or whether or not she wants to be more of a moderate. And both of those lanes are currently clogged up, and the fact that she's kind of vacillating between the two of those makes it difficult for any voter to stick to her when there are so many other options.
And Julie, this was a policy-heavy campaign, I think, in a way that some folks who got in didn't necessarily predict and maybe weren't ready for, and she has had issues with some of her policies.
Right, and some of this goes back to the candidate herself. I mean, they have tried out a lot of different messages and a lot of different strategies, but as Molly said, it is her lack of ability to stick to one policy prescription, one set of policy issues that she really wants to be her trademark that has put her where she is today.
Yeah, for her, it seems like it's do or die Iowa. So
I really laugh at these points when CNN or MSNBC, ABC, all these fake leftists and news stations act surprised that it's not working the plan. I mean, they literally pushed 90% pro Kamala press the past few weeks since she said she was running, and still nothing is working because Americans aren't stupid. CNN and these news stations are so surprised because they think Americans are stupid. We're not buying it. Maybe the very rich liberals at the top of the hill who have nothing to worry about, they're the ones that are watching you guys and believing what you guys are saying. But normal Americans, everyday Americans who are struggling to barely get by, we remember how it was 4 years ago. It was a lot cheaper. I would prefer mean tweets over nuclear war all day, every day. And you know what? I am one who loved Trump's mean tweets. I love it. And I also think this debate coming up with him and Kamala, if it happens, because I don't think it will, I think we need 2016 Trump back. Who agrees with me? Let me know in the comments if you guys agree with that. Because 2016 Trump would steamroll Kamala. And I understand people say play it safe, but that's what he did with Biden. This is our country's on the line here. This is for our freedom and our kids and our families' future. It's time to go full in. And I'm sick of people saying we need to go easy. Trump needs to back off a little bit. No, he needs to go hard. That's what I think. And I'm glad you agree. I mean, we need to stop being soft. We need an alpha who's going to lead, because guess what? Last time he was leading, when he was acting the same way, no one messed with us. Instead, they respected us, and not only respected us, NATO, China, and all these countries who have been countries have been taking advantage of us for forever, never paying us for our protection, started paying us billions. You could think that that's Trump's policies. And I'm going to go back to the tax on tips. Kamala's so dumb. She thinks Americans are so stupid that they're not going to know that it's her and Biden's administration to begin with that passed the tax on tips. So you're literally just not debunking, but getting rid of your own policy plan that you put forth. It's amazing to me. And then I got these two next videos we're going to react to. I'm going to play it through. I'm telling you, people are getting red pilled all over the world right now.
Yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and get some shit off my chest, because for about the past, I don't know, 2 weeks maybe, I've seen a lot of black celebrities and media personalities and so-called journalists make it their business to try to shame and denigrate and shun and insult the intelligence of black men because they don't want to vote for Kamala Harris. They are actively out here villainizing black men for not wanting to vote for Kamala Harris. And I've said it before, and I will say it again. They think they own us. They think they own our fucking vote. They want us to believe that we have some sort of obligation to them, that when it's right for them, we should play identity politics and vote for her because she's black. And now they're pushing the narrative that we're dumb, that we're uneducated, we're misinformed, we don't know what the fuck's going on. And the crazy thing about it is, it's the complete opposite. The people who are running away from Kamala Harris are the people who are informing themselves, who are researching, that actually know what the fuck is going on and just not letting themselves be told any goddamn thing. That's the reality of the situation. So, it's astonishing to me to see it though, where you have these people, they sending out these black women and these bootlicking ass men, right? The Van Joneses, the Bakari sellers, the Roland Martins, right? The DL Hugleys, even Plies, and it's a whole bunch of them who are trying to shame black men for thinking for themselves, because that's all they doing. We're thinking for ourselves. They're just like when a slave owner didn't want you to learn how to read. Because once you learn how to read, you have knowledge, and knowledge is power. And that's the problem. No, watch MSNBC. Don't do no thinking. Let us tell you what to think. Huh? Don't you want to see a black woman president? Don't you want to see somebody who belonged to a sorority? Don't you want to see a black woman get sworn in by a black woman on Martin Luther King's birthday? A whole bunch of token shit that don't mean a goddamn thing. That's what they want us to vote for. Y'all out your mucking minds, man. I was listening to Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley talking about in regards to black, they not doing the right research. What? Who the f you talking to, Ricky Smiley? They not doing the right research. So because we're thinking for ourselves, we're not doing the right research. We're supposed to listen to you. That's the right research. And we're going to just keep seeing more and more of this shit. Joy Reid telling black people, you're going to look weird. What we in the 6th grade? Don't nobody give a fuck about looking weird. We worrying about the issues, the economy, our communities, our children, our futures. What the f you talking about looking weird? See, that's the dumbness. See, that's for weak-minded people. And they just going to keep going, bro. All the narratives is going to keep going. Sellout, coon, traitor, you hate black women and all that cool. Bakari and Van Jones up on CNN crying and boo-hooing. Don't nobody give a too smart to fall for that shit, man. So y'all could keep rolling that shit out. We gonna keep standing 10 motherfucking toes down out of here. Love the black man until he wants to think for himself, till he wants to form his own opinion, until he stops seeing himself as a victim, and then he becomes the enemy. And I'm watching this happen in real time. It's happening right now. And all you got to do is keep your eyes open, pay attention, and you can see it clear as day. It is real. So I'm saying all that to say, if you an actor, a rapper, a comedian, or anything else, you're not going to dictate our decision by calling us names and trying to make.
Yeah, that's the one thing that blows my mind the most about the Democrat politicians. They think if they're going to spend all this money and pay all these rich elites who are also friends with Epstein, that it's going to convince and sway our votes and how we're going to vote on policy. It's not. These people that voted Democrat are hopping off that plantation like never before in record numbers, and they are going straight, not just walking, they are running to the Trump side because you know what? It's called common sense policies, America first. They're communists on the left. They are groomers. They are pedos. Not all of them, but I call them pedos because you know what? They support grooming and child mutilation of minors. Until that changes, until your viewpoint changes on that, I'm going to continue saying you have these pride parades in the state of California that where I live in that are literally naked in front of children, and also not just naked in front of children, they are literally having these feces pulls where they're peeing on people in public butt naked with children present. That is disgusting, and no one wants to see that. And then you see like these parents like cheering it on, like these liberal parents like, yay, be yourself, acceptance. No, that's pedophiles, that's pedophilia. We would usually say back in the day when I was a kid, and I'm 34, that's a pedophile. And yes, I agree. People are waking up like nothing I've ever seen before. And it is amazing feeling to feel. There are still some sheep and liberals out there. But I really think they're a very small minority. I think they're probably like 10% right now. And obviously it looks much more because big media is like 90% for Democrats. But I really think it's like 10% are Democrats and liberals these days, because if you support naked people peeing all over each other in public with children around, you got some severe mental issues going on in that head of yours. So as you guys know, Trump and Elon had a press conference the other day, and we all expected the left came out attacking Trump the next day after and saying he lied about this, and that. Yet they can never provide one single example of it was he lied about. So I'm going to show you a reaction of a genius minority voter. And I'm only saying minority voters because I just consider everyone Americans, because the left loves to bring up color. So I'm going to say we have a minority guy who is awake, not woke.
Tell you about something. I watched this press conference that Donald Trump did today, and I deliberately stayed for the entire thing. I said, let me listen to the whole thing. And I got to tell you, in my opinion, I thought it was actually a very good press conference for him. And it was contrary to what the presentation is that we typically see of a Donald Trump presser or rally. Like he was like, I'd say like 90% of it was just like really on point. Like I don't agree with everything the man says at all, but I can say that he spoke directly to the issues, especially the issues that I could care about as not only a black man, but just as a person living in America in this horrible economy, the horrible state that we are in right now. And, you know, what it was kind of different because it was like he was very like welcoming, he was reserved, he dealt directly with the questions that were asked of him, and he was even like welcoming like to the press. And so I was like, damn, when he was done, I remember saying to myself, I wonder how the media is gonna paint this presser. And like clockwork, immediately, yo, like the blog sites like Baller Alert, World Star, the Shade Room, and all of like legacy media, they started putting out the hit pieces, boy. They started painting the rally as it's some hate-filled, incoherent psychobabble. And you know, if you're a person that cares anything about objectivity and just critical thinking, I think we should all be able to agree that we have to dig deeper for ourselves and do our own research in order to find out exactly what's going on. Because as it is right now, we can't trust the media, and we're being spoon-fed our opinions, not only by legacy media, but sadly by the professional managerial class. We have a lot of popular black folks out there who are getting on social media and on the news media, and they're trying to shame you into.
And the craziest part is you would think they would have like a reason for voting for him, like valid reasons, like, and not just one reason, but at least like 3 to 4. Cause I could tell you like 30 reasons, probably more than that, 30 reasons why I'm voting for Trump. But these people, like all they say is, oh, she's a black person and woman, so I'm gonna vote for her. Dur, dur, dur. I mean, I heard Ben Stiller in a live chat that they did. I think it was like whites for Kamala. Isn't that rich? Could you imagine if Trump did that? They'd be calling him a racist for that. But there was like a whites for Kamala meeting on YouTube last week, and Ben Stiller said, and I quote, I'm a Jew, but let me tell you something. All Jewish men wish that they were black women. I'm like, what are you talking about? Who says something like that? I've never heard any Jews saying they wish they were black. It just doesn't make any sense. These people think that if you pay these rich elites that you looked up to when you were younger with these movies, who now are just sellouts and just sellout scum, that's going to convince you to vote for Kamala, and it's not working. So the rich elites as well are panicking because they know as soon as Trump gets in, he's going to release those Epstein files, and I'd say 90% of those people are on the flight logs. Also, maybe at least 90% of the Democrat Party as well, which is why the feds, the CIA, and this whole administration the past 4 years hasn't released it. They have nothing to hide. Why haven't they released the Epstein files or the Diddy files? You know, they ransacked his place. You know, they have the goods. They're holding it for a reason, which is the main reason why they know they can't let Trump back in the White House. But you know what? People aren't falling for it. We are voting Trump. They know that. We know that. They know we know that.
To falling in line. And that's not something I agree with. Now, you can vote for whoever you want to vote for, Democrat, Republican. At the end of the day, I understand that as black people, we're not a monolith. And I would never judge anyone or shame them for what they decide to do with their vote. But before you make these decisions on these candidates, you have a responsibility to dig deeper and find out all you need to know about their policy. Don't allow people to trigger you using emotion. Pull emotion out of this. Look at policy. Look at your life. Then decide, are you okay with your life this way? Do you want to continue with your life that way? Look at the policies that they're presenting to you. Hey, does that policy align with the way that I think, with my belief? And it's actually that simple. But don't allow people to interrupt your own natural thought processes by trying to gaslight you and trying to shame you and insult you and make you feel like lesser than for daring to decide for yourself. And that's something that I'm really disappointed to see by so many popular black folks and celebrities.
Yeah, for existence, when Kamala brought Meg the Stallion on stage where she's talking about being what like a hooker or a slut. Sorry for my language. And just vote for her because she's a woman. They think using these big props will just sell your vote. These people are just showing up because there's a free concert. They're not there to see Kamala. I mean, there's videos that I exposed last week of people walking out right when she like starts speaking. Because that why is that? Because they don't care what she has to say. They were there for the free concert, nothing more.
Who continuously talk down their noses at the Black community as if we're stupid, talking to us like we're political children while they're actually encouraging us to behave as political children. So whether you vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, RFK, whoever it is, you have a responsibility to dig deeper into the candidate and find out for yourself. Look at the press conferences that they do. Get a good peek at their policies. But then again, Kamala Harris has yet to do a presser, so I'm not really sure what to tell you about that. But at the end of the day, Black people, no more pledging blind loyalty to anyone. Voting is quid pro quo. It is, I give you this, what am I getting in return? It's a business transaction. So just use that level of wisdom and don't allow anyone to shame you out of your own voice. Peace.
Yes, it is a business transaction, which is why I say the left always puts their feelings into voting. We need to start voting strictly based off of policy. Policy is what runs a country. It's what keeps us free. It's what feeds us, gets our food, vehicles, everything. It runs the society. And so if we're not voting based off policy, then what the hell are people voting based off of? Emotions, gender, and that's what I'm saying. It's a very small minority because people these past 4 years, like never before, are starting to realize essentials that have changed, got more expensive, got more dangerous. Example, the open border under this administration, and they are starting to see their pocketbooks getting emptier while their security and safety is going down tremendously. And so if you're not safe while you're poor at the same time, you're not happy. You can't do anything. You can't go outside with fearing for your life. So what's the point of voting for that? Anyways, I will be doing another stream in a little bit. I'm about to go eat dinner. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Peace.